Wimbledon with my old friend and colleague Steve Flink of tennischannel.net and
.com, please.
Oh my God, how could I miss that? I've been telling it only about 1,000 times.
Well, we can fix it. We just did.
We just did.
Yeah.
Good, Steve, on you. You should have fixed it also Vesnina game, because she was destroyed by Serena Williams. 48 minutes. Well, she got some money back because she got 500,000 pounds for 48 minutes. It's a good effort, huh?
Yes, no, it was not a good day for her. But in fairness, this was Serena Williams at the absolute top of her game as well. Serena lost 3 points on her serve in the two sets combined. 28 out of 31 points. She served 11 aces. She was she was timing everything perfectly today, and I don't think even Vesnina in much better form would have taken too many games. As it was, 6-2, 6-love.
6-2, 6-love, and so Serena is again in the final. She will have to play Kerber, Angelique Kerber, who beat her sister Venus Williams, and quite comfortably. Even if there was, I think the best point was the match point.
Oh, what a beauty!
She did that foreign cross court passing shot.
Yes.
It was really beautiful.
And it was a great approach from Venus, and the angle that the Kerber got was astonishing. It was a great way to end it, and she was very pleased. Yeah, she played well. As you saw, Ubaldo, they started with 5 straight service breaks, but once Kerber got to 4-2, extended it to 5-2, eventually won the first set 6-4. I think she was in good shape. And in the second set, she just needed the one break early. Yeah. And this time she kept holding her serve. She was the better player. She was much more solid from the baseline. Venus was very streaky. She was sporadically brilliant, but she couldn't sustain it.
Yeah, so after 10 years, we have the same two players playing the final of the Australian Open and of Wimbledon Championships. In 2006, it was Mauresmo versus Henin, and Mauresmo won both, but the first one left us with some bitterness in the mouth.
It did, because Henin wasn't feeling well, and she decided to quit before the end of the match, and that's where the bad taste was. If she would have played a few more games, she could have completed the match. People would have been happier, but she felt that she wasn't well enough to continue. It put her in a kind of an uncomfortable light. Here was different. That was a 3-set win for Mauresmo, clean all the way, came back from losing the first set. So that was a much more, everybody was a lot happier with the way that one played out.
Yeah, and even Mauresmo. Because Mauresmo in Australia, she thought that something had been taken out.
I think if Justine had it all to do over again, she would have finished the match in Australia had she known she was going to catch so much grief, but she didn't anticipate that.
Okay,
but here was much better.
Okay, so Serena Williams versus Kerber, who will win? Your prediction?
I'm predicting Serena Williams, because obviously Kerber came through to beat Serena in 3 sets in the Australian Open finals, a shocking result. That took her to number 2 in the world at the time. And I don't think she can beat her in 2 major finals in 1 year. And I think Serena has now not won a major since Wimbledon last year. She lost the semis of the U.S. Open and then 2 finals this year at the majors.
So, I interrupted, but if she would lose this time, she wouldn't be defending champion of any slams.
Right.
And she would have lost 3 slams finals in a row plus 1 semifinal at the U.S. Open.
Yeah, exactly. So that I don't think she wants that to happen. I don't think she's going to take it lightly, and I think Kerber can push her hard on the grass. She beat her in the hard courts in Australia. I think it can still be a pretty close match, but in the end, I think the difference is that Serena serves much better than her sister. If you notice, Venus has lost a lot of velocity on her first serve from when she was in her prime, and now she goes 107, 108 instead of 127 or 128.
Talking about serves, we have tomorrow the men's semifinals, and Raonic is probably the biggest server on court between the semifinals. He has to play Federer. Federer is trying to reach his 11th final here at Wimbledon. Raonic never got any. She was in the semifinals 2 years ago, and he beat Querrey. Federer, today I went to watch his practice on court 6, and he looked like a 50-years-old man. He was serving with very rigid back, and he was practicing with Ivan Ljubicic, and he couldn't put a return on it. Okay, today he has 24 hours more, but when I saw him today, I was a little doubtful.
Well, I can see why you would be, and that was always the fear that some of his biggest boosters had, is that the 5 sets that he played against Cilic, having to come back from 2 sets down, 3 hours and 17 minutes, that it might take too much out of him. Plus, he'd been having an ailing back during the clay court season, so maybe it's reemerging. That's sad news, but you do hope that tomorrow he feels a lot more freedom with his body and that he's able to play a good match. Even if he's feeling far better, it's still a tough match against Raonic.
Sure. And yesterday, anyway, he had to serve 169 points. So, I mean, that it's a toll.
It does.
Yeah. Anyway, what about the other semi-final? I think Andy Murray, who beat in 5 sets Joe-Wilfried Tsonga, has to play Berdych, and I think he should win. But, in tennis, you never know.
I agree. Murray is on a streak of 4 in a row. The last 3 against Berdych, he's won very handily. That's going to give him confidence. They never played on grass.
Yeah.
Berdych is playing very good tennis here, and he's been in the finals back in 2010 when he knocked off Roger Federer and Djokovic back-to-back before losing to Nadal. But I don't see it right now, Ubaldo. I think Murray's going to be too confident. I don't see it being like the Tsonga match, which went 5. I think Murray wins in either the 3 or 4 sets over Berdych.
Well, maybe you're right. The only advantage of Berdych is that he has nothing to lose.
Yes,
while
right.
A lot of pressure will be on Andy Murray.
True, but he also has a crowd that will be 99.999% for Andy Murray. There'll be 3 people in the center court rooting for Berdych.
Yeah.
His parents and another relative.
Oh, maybe the beautiful wife. Don't forget Esther Sotorova.
Right.
You should have noticed her. How could you forget? I mean, okay. Anyway, it's like if I come to United States and have to compete with you, everybody will support you. I mean, I know. So Berdych will have to face the same situation.
He will.
Okay. Thanks a lot to Steve Flink of Tennis.com.
Tennis Channel.
Tennischannel.com.
We got it.
Okay, got it this time. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.